Greetings, fellow Stoic travelers. Have you ever wondered why some relationships feel like a breath of fresh air, while others seem to drain your energy? What if I told you that the ancient Stoics had a roadmap for identifying the types of people who could either elevate your journey or set you back? Intriguing, isn't it? Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wisely advised, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." You've likely heard the adage, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." But have you ever considered this wisdom through the lens of Stoicism? Today we're diving deep into a topic that's crucial for anyone committed to the Stoic path. 7 types of people Stoicism warns us about. Avoid them. We'll explore who these individuals are and how they can derail your progress in Stoic philosophy. More importantly, we'll discuss strategies for navigating these challenging relationships without compromising your Stoic principles. Why should you care? Because the company you keep can either be a stepping stone or a stumbling block on your path to Stoic enlightenment. By the end of this video, you'll not only be able to identify these toxic influences, but also learn how to gracefully distance yourself from them. So, are you ready to fortify your Stoic journey by making wiser choices in your relationships? If so, stick around and let's delve into this enlightening discussion. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Stay tuned, and let's embark on this enlightening voyage together. Have you ever felt like you're carrying a heavy cloud of negativity just because someone close to you can't stop complaining? If so, you're not alone. And Stoicism has some wisdom to share on how to navigate this. Type of people number 1, the complainer. The complainer, a ubiquitous figure in our lives, be it a friend, family member, or colleague. Their presence often feels like a perpetual rain cloud, casting a shadow over every interaction. It's not merely an annoyance, it's akin to an emotional tax depleting your reserves of patience and tranquility. Think of it as a leaky faucet, each droplet methodically draining your emotional reservoir. But remember, the Stoic way isn't about turning a blind eye, it's about confronting the issue with wisdom and courage. So how does one navigate the turbulent waters of dealing with a complainer, armed with the shield of Stoicism? Firstly, limit your exposure to them. This is not avoidance but a strategic retreat, a way to preserve your inner peace. Secondly, if avoiding them is not an option, mentally distance yourself during their tirades. Picture their complaints as a passing storm, boisterous yet ultimately impotent against the fortified walls of your inner citadel. Thirdly, steer the conversation towards actionable solutions. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the controllable aspects of our lives. Instead of getting entangled in their web of complaints, guide them towards a path of action, however small it may be. As the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." By embodying this Stoic tenet, you not only shield your mental sanctuary, but also cultivate a more constructive atmosphere. Your tranquility is not just a state of mind, it's a valuable asset. Guard it judiciously and you'll discover that even the most persistent complainers can scarcely dent your Stoic journey towards resilience and virtue. In conclusion, the next time you find yourself sharing space with a complainer, arm yourself with these Stoic strategies. They are not mere coping mechanisms, they are life lessons, timeless wisdom distilled into practical advice. By applying these principles, you maintain your emotional balance and might even serve as a beacon, inspiring the complainer to reconsider their outlook. After all, Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's challenges, it's about transforming them into stepping stones on your path to wisdom and virtue. Foot type of people number 2, the drama magnet. Ever felt like you're a firefighter constantly putting out someone else's emotional fires? Welcome to the world of the drama magnet. These individuals are like emotional black holes, sucking you into their never-ending crises and conflicts. At first, you might mistake their energy for passion or enthusiasm, but don't be fooled. Being around them is like trying to sail through a hurricane, exhausting and perilous. The drama magnet's chaos is contagious. You may find yourself entangled in conflicts that you had no part in initiating. For instance, a friend who is always in a feud with someone else in your circle can pull you into their drama, making you an unwilling participant. Adopt the Stoic practice of reflective listening. Instead of offering advice or taking sides, simply mirror their words back to them. This allows you to offer emotional support without getting caught in their web of drama. Another Stoic strategy is to become selectively unavailable. Value your time and focus on your personal growth. Turn off your phone during specific hours and let it be known that you're not to be disturbed. As Seneca wisely said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Don't let your life be hijacked by someone else's drama. Steer your ship calmly, avoiding the whirlpools that threaten your journey towards personal growth and tranquility. By doing so, you not only preserve your peace, but also create a space for meaningful relationships and activities that genuinely deserve your time and energy. So, are you ready to sail smoothly through life? Type of people number 3, the Naysayer. Ever felt like you're painting your life's masterpiece only to have someone throw a bucket of gray paint all over it? Meet type of people number 3, the Naysayer. The Naysayer. They're the ones who see a glass not just half empty but shattered on the floor. You're excited about a new venture, and they're quick to list a dozen reasons why it won't work. Sound familiar? Their words can be like a fog that clouds your vision, making you question your own judgment. So how do you navigate through this fog without losing your way? Solution 1, the advisory tactic. Next time, instead of sharing your dreams, ask them for advice. People in advisory roles often shift from critics to collaborators. They're more likely to offer constructive feedback rather than just shooting down your ideas. Solution 2, positive confrontation. Challenge their negativity. If they say, "You can't do it," counter with, "Interesting perspective. How would you suggest someone could?" This not only deflects their negativity but also opens the door for a more constructive conversation. Remember Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listen, but don't absorb the negativity. Distinguish valuable advice from mere noise. Don't let naysayers turn your vibrant life into a dull landscape. Listen, reflect, and keep painting your life with the colors that resonate with you. After all, it's your masterpiece, not theirs. So, have you ever turned a naysayer into a supporter? How did you do it? Share your stories below to inspire others on their Stoic journey. Type of people number 4, the Perpetual Victim. Ever felt like you're stuck in a never-ending soap opera where you're not the star but a sidekick to someone else's drama? Welcome to the world of the Perpetual Victim. This individual has mastered the art of blaming the universe for their woes. They're the ones who say, "Wait, why does this always happen to me?" Or, "I'm just unlucky, it's not my fault." While it's true that life throws curveballs at us, the Perpetual Victim uses these challenges as an eternal get-out-of-jail-free card. They avoid accountability like it's the plague. So how do you deal with such a person without losing your sanity? Stoicism teaches us the principle of compassionate detachment. Show empathy, but don't get entangled in their web of excuses. Offer a listening ear, but refrain from becoming their go-to problem solver. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." If you find yourself being pulled into their narrative, remember, you have the power to write your own story. Don't let their mindset dictate your actions or beliefs. In the chessboard of life, being perpetually in checkmate is often a choice, not a fate. Keep your pieces moving forward, make strategic sacrifices when necessary, and play not for revenge or pity, but for growth and wisdom. By doing so, you not only preserve your mental peace, but also become a beacon of resilience and empowerment for others. So, the next time you encounter a perpetual victim, remember these Stoic principles. They won't just save you time and emotional energy, they'll also enrich your life with wisdom and tranquility. Type of people number 5, the Toxic Positivist. The toxic positivist, you have met them. They're the ones who sprinkle your life with an overdose of sunshine, rainbows, and a parade of emojis. They're the self-appointed guardians of good vibes only, telling you to just be happy when you're navigating the stormy seas of life. Imagine your life as a lush, intricate garden. It has its blooming roses, but it also has its weeds and pests. The toxic positivist? They'll tell you to ignore everything but the roses. Why focus on the weeds when you can enjoy the flowers? They chirp. While their words may sound like an uplifting mantra, they can actually make you feel as if your emotions have been tossed aside, leaving you disconnected from your own reality. Let's say you're grappling with a heart-wrenching breakup. Their advice? Plenty of fish in the sea. Just keep smiling. This kind of relentless positivity glosses over the intricate tapestry of human emotions and the very real challenges life throws our way. So, how do you protect your emotional garden from being trampled by the toxic positivist's reckless sprinkling of good vibes only? One effective strategy is to engage them in a conversation that honors both the light and the shadow. If they tell you to look on the bright side, you can respond with, "Yes, I'm grateful for the good in my life, but it's also okay for me to acknowledge and feel my pain. Both can coexist." You can also harness what psychologists refer to as emotional granularity, the skill to identify and distinguish between a broad spectrum of emotions. When the toxic positivist urges you to just be happy, take a moment to recognize and label your nuanced feelings, saying, "I'm feeling melancholic today because of X, and that's perfectly okay," can be a liberating affirmation. Seneca once articulated, "True happiness is to understand our duties toward God and man, to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Notice the equilibrium here. Stoicism isn't about fixating solely on the positive or the negative. It's about navigating life's complexities with equanimity. The next time a toxic positivist showers their confetti of forced positivity over your well-tended emotional garden, take a step back. Remember, a garden needs both sunshine and rain to thrive. Embrace your full emotional spectrum and continue to nurture your inner world with the richness and complexity it rightfully deserves. This balanced approach not only enriches your life, but also makes you a beacon of authentic positivity. Type of people number 6, the manipulator. The puppet master. Don't let them pull your strings. Picture your life as a movie script, where you're the star, the director, and the scriptwriter. You've got a vision for your storyline, complete with plot twists, allies, mentors, and a grand finale. But wait, enter the manipulator, the shadowy figure who stealthily rewrites your script, derailing your life's narrative without you even noticing. The manipulator is a maestro of emotional and psychological chess. They employ tactics like flattery, guilt-tripping, or even deceit to steer you in a direction that serves their interests. Ever had a friend who always convinces you to foot the dinner bill saying, "You're so successful this won't matter to you, but it'll make my day"? Slowly but surely, you realize your generosity has been exploited, yet confronting them feels awkward because they've framed it as a favor to a friend in need. Navigating the labyrinth of manipulation is no small feat. One effective strategy is fogging, a technique that involves acknowledging any truth in the manipulator's statements but resisting emotional coercion. If they say you're so successful you should cover dinner, a poised response could be, "You're right, I've been doing well, but let's split the bill as usual." Another tactic is to establish and enforce clear boundaries. If they ask for money or commitments you're uncomfortable with, assertively say no while maintaining a calm tone. "I can't lend money, but I can offer emotional support," sets a boundary while preserving the friendship. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, cautioned us, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." The manipulator thrives on your predictable reactions, your kindness, your guilt, your need for approval. By choosing to respond differently, you reclaim your narrative, your life, your script. If you discover a manipulator lurking in the wings of your life's stage, remember, you hold the pen. Your life's script should be guided by your values and decisions. Reclaim your narrative and don't let anyone else dictate your storyline. By doing so, you not only regain control, but also become a beacon of self-empowerment, inspiring others to do the same. Type of people number 7, the time vampire. Have you ever felt like your day was a well-orchestrated symphony, only to have it disrupted by a rogue musician? Enter the time vampire, the 7th type of person Stoicism warns us about. This individual doesn't necessarily have malicious intentions, but their disregard for your time can throw your entire day into disarray. They're the coworker who turns a quick chat into an hour-long monologue, or the friend who consistently cancels plans, leaving you with a void in your schedule and a sense of frustration. So how do you protect your time without appearing rude or unhelpful? The key is to set clear boundaries. When approached for help, you might say, "I can allocate 15 minutes to assist you, but after that I must return to my tasks." This approach not only sets a time limit, but also offers a helping hand. Another effective strategy is to foster independence. Instead of spoon-feeding them the solution, guide them toward finding it themselves. A simple, "Have you consulted the manual?" The answer might be in there, can empower them to take initiative, reducing their reliance on you. Stoicism, as a philosophy, places immense value on time management. Seneca, in his enlightening essay on the shortness of life, reminds us that it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. The time vampire often unintentionally contributes to this wastage. By establishing boundaries and promoting self-reliance, you not only safeguard your time, but also enrich your life's melody. This allows you to live in harmony with Stoic principles, making the most of the precious time you have. After all, your life's symphony deserves to be played without interruption. As we close this chapter on the 7 types of people Stoicism warns us about, let's not just be spectators of this ancient wisdom, but active participants in applying it. Stoicism isn't merely a subject to be studied. It's a way of life to be lived. Take a moment to reflect on your relationships. Are they serving your higher purpose? Or are they obstacles on your path to tranquility and virtue? Use the Stoic principles we've discussed to evaluate and, if necessary, recalibrate your social circle. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow, so let the teachings of Stoicism be your compass. If you found value in this video and believe it could benefit others, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to Stoic in Your Life for more insights. Your comments and suggestions are not just welcomed, they're encouraged. Let's build a community where we can all grow and thrive in the Stoic way of life. Thank you for watching, and until next time, may you live a life of wisdom, courage, and serenity.